Welcome back to my channel. Today I am joined again by Lee. We love doing these videos together recently, although I'm not really giving Lee much of a choice. I'm just telling him he's doing the videos with me. So today's video we're going to be doing a reacting to your baby name suggestions. So I did ask over on Instagram, and I'll leave my Instagram here in case you're not already following me. And I asked you to throw your name suggestions at me, be that boys or girls, because we're actually not going to find out what we're going to have. We're going to leave it a surprise, yeah. So we need to get a list going of boys and girls. We do already have a little short list going, but we're very open to that list as well, aren't we?
Not to sharing it.
No, not to sharing it with everyone else, like no. But we're open to that changing, and we've got a few that we love and then some that we like, and yeah, nothing's set in stone, so...
It's a pretty big list as well.
It's not at all.
It needs some dwindling down.
It's not big at all.
To say we need to pick a one, it's
or
a pretty big
two
list.
for a middle name as well.
Yeah, true.
So yeah, always just open to receiving different ideas as well. Quick disclaimer as well, obviously these are our opinions. So if we say a name and we have like a negative reaction to it and you're like, my child's called that, like, it doesn't really matter, does it? Like, we all have our own opinions. This is our opinions.
Same reason why there's not just one car in the world.
That's it. Like, we might really dislike a name and you might really like that, and we might really like a name and you might really dislike that. That's why everyone's not called the same name, because that'd be really boring. So yes, please don't get offended by anything that we say. These are our opinions. So shall we start off?
Go on then, what we got?
So the first one is Bella. We can't call this daughter Bella. We have a dog called Bella, so...
That'll just get confusing, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Or maybe Bella the second.
Bella the second, no. So I do think it's a really pretty name, and obviously we do like Bella. We have one, she's chirping now. The next name we've got is Georgia.
Georgia.
So for me, again, not to offend anyone or anything, it's just a little bland for me.
I'm not kind of in love with it. I always think it's a bit of like an older name, even though Georgia, like, I feel it's got like a new twang. I feel like it's still based on a bit of an older name. Yeah,
it's just a bit meh for me. I just don't have
I had to give a proper reason. You can just give away meh.
I said it was a bit bland for me. That's my reason. It's a bit too bland for me. I think I like more out there names.
Edgy.
And yeah, edgier names. Okay, so the next one that we've got is Mia.
Mia?
We can't have Mia. We've got a Mia in the family.
Yeah, I do like Mia though.
I do like the name though. Yeah, I think it's a pretty girl's name.
Reminds me of the cool chick off Fast and Furious.
Oh, there you go. So yeah, I think it is a really nice name, and to be honest, it was, obviously as a girl I've always had a baby name list, and it did used to be on my baby name list, but it's in the family, so we can't use
Mia,
it.
I do think Mia's a little exotic though. I think like our baby potentially is going to come out maybe very white, possibly ginger, we don't know. And I think Mia definitely would not blend well with that child. A pale ginger Mia, I just think that's like, it just wouldn't fit.
First boy's name. So I've seen this coming around as more popular now. I don't even think you're going to have heard of it as a name. Oakley.
Oakley, like the glasses? No, I have heard this because I'm friends with somebody on Facebook who's called Oakley. There you go. I've never really considered it as a name though. Oakley hair. I think that sounds pretty cool.
So this is one of those names that I really like how different it is. But I am aware that because it is one of those different names that a lot of people aren't offended by, it's raising in popularity. You know, a bit like us, like you said, oh yeah, that's kind of a cool name. Because it's different and unoffensive, more and more people are calling their children it. So I think there's someone on Facebook who's called baby Oakley, or has a son or something like that called Oakley that I worked with at some point. And then there's a girl I follow on Instagram, her baby's called Oakley, and I'm sure I've seen it pop up, you know, like a few more times now. So, and I've definitely seen it coming round on these baby name videos as well.
Why don't we go with Dokley?
Next, so someone said that this is their son's name and that she loves it, and that is Dean.
Dean. Oh, see, I grew up on like an estate and there was a lot of Deans. So I have like a bad
connotation of it.
Yeah, with Deans.
I think that's the hard thing with names, when you know someone who has a child called that, or you know someone with that name, and they've got a strong personality. It's hard to differentiate between that person and just the name, isn't it?
As soon as you say Dean, I can think of like 2 or 3 Deans that I've known from when I was a lot younger. I'm like,
well,
oh.
we grew up actually saying that. So we grew up with a Dean who lived on like the next street to us, and he was like a real troublemaker. And we always like, oh, it's Dean. So
It's matching.
I have like him in my head when I think of that name. But as a name, I don't think it's one that I personally go for, but I don't dislike it actually.
No, so I don't think as a name.
Yeah.
I think it probably could work, but yeah, I think like the kind of like the relationship in my head with it already is probably a no.
Yeah. Okay, so the next one is Matilda.
Matilda's pretty fun, isn't it?
We had this conversation really recently with my family, and somebody said Matilda. I think it was my mum that said Matilda because she knew that I always loved that name, Matilda. No one was called it. I had like some M's on my list. I think it was like 3 M's on my list, and Matilda was one of them. And we recently chatted about it, and you were like, no, I don't know Matilda.
Well, I could change
Now you changed your mind.
I could change my mind. It's quite fun.
So I really like it, but it is way popular now. She's called Tilly Matilda.
By she, you don't mean like just like slave.
A girl a couple of doors down. And when we first moved in, and it was the guy that lived next door with the 2 kids, she was called Matilda. So I love that, but again, I like something that's not too
overused,
popular at the moment. Yeah. Next girl's name, Zara.
I had a dog called, well, my sister had a dog called Zara.
Yeah, I've always really liked that name. Again, there was a point when it was on my list, but we couldn't use that because of your dog.
Well, no, we could definitely still use it. Just because a dog that we had like 15 years ago was named it.
Yeah, but we've got a Bella now. What if in so many years, like our child then had a daughter called Bella? It'd just be way weird. It would.
No, I don't see that. I don't know. The jury must be out on that. What do you reckon?
Lee's sister, you would agree with me there. You can't name it Zara after you had a dog called Zara, can you?
I think the Zara falls into the same brackets as Mia anyway. That I always think Zara is maybe a little bit more exotic.
Okay. There is quite a lot of names, so we probably should like hurry this up really, shouldn't we? Girl's name? Eliza, as in like that girl that I watched on Netflix, Eliza. For me, it's not one that I love or I hate. I don't know.
I just couldn't imagine calling my daughter Eliza. It almost sounds like it's out of like the Lord of the Rings.
It's like an old-fashioned name, didn't it? That's come back, Eliza.
Yeah.
I don't have an opinion on something. Like I don't love it. I don't dislike it. It's just a name. I don't see it being used for us, but
yeah. Because I was saying that about a friend Lee. He's got Elias as a boy.
Yeah.
I think Elias is like really cool like boy's name. But yeah, Eliza, I don't know. Just doesn't do it for me.
Didn't do it for you?
Doesn't do it for me.
And then we've got Lily. I've always really liked Lily as a girl's name. Again, it's too popular for me right now.
I think it's a little bit old as well.
Well, it is. It's one of those names that always comes round, Lily. So what we're getting from this is Lee doesn't like old names.
Maybe that's the case.
And then we've got Edward, in brackets, Eddie. Can't do that. Mum and Dad's dog is called Eddie.
Was that one of your family?
No. But they have joked about us calling the baby Eddie. I'm like, you can't call it Eddie because I really like Ozzy. We've already got a dog called Ozzy. No pet names.
We did consider renaming the dog.
But no names that a family member has or that a pet has or has had. And then we've got Charlie for a boy. Now Charlie's actually been suggested by a few people, including some of your family members.
Oh really?
Yeah. And as a name, I have strong opinions about Charlie, but as a name, I've always actually really liked it.
I like it.
But when we were younger, me and my best friend Carrie. Did I say best friend?
Definitely said best friend then.
Me and my best friend Carrie had like names picked out for his kids, and she always really loved Charlie. So I think from that moment it was always Carrie's name. I'm pretty sure she's not going to use it now.
Probably a text message before you edit this video.
No, I know she's not going to use it now because she's got a family member named it. But yeah, for me, it's not our child's name, and again, it's one that's just way too popular right now for me. I know a lot of Charlies, but I do like it as the name goes.
I'd have had it. I don't know any Charlies. Even as like a girl's name as well.
No, I'm not keen on that as a girl's name, Charlie, because it's just Charlotte, isn't it?
No, Charlie.
Yeah, but a lot of Charlottes get Charlie.
Really?
Yeah.
What, as in short, isn't it?
Yeah.
I've never heard any Charlottes being called Charlie.
Charlottes who get called Charlie, comment down below. Okay, let's move on. So we've got some H's. Harley.
Yeah, but these aren't going to work though because H's are going to be Harley hair.
So some people love that though. Some people give their kids certain names that are the same letter as the last name because they're like that. Whereas I love H names, but I think they're real tongue twisters. So to go with...
Especially that as well, because you got Ha and Hair.
So to go with Harley, she's also said Harper. And that's...
Yeah, I think Harper Hair
that's
goes
the one,
a little bit better.
That's the one that I suggested recently, Harper, as a girl's name, and you said no, it's a boy's name. But a lot of girls are being called Harper right now.
I like Harper as a boy's name.
See, I don't love it as a boy's name because a lot of girls are being called it. I could just imagine them going to school and being like, you've got a girl's name.
And I'd love to call him Harley. Like Harley.
I love Harley, like Harley Quinn, but yeah, I just Harley Hair.
Name,
I just don't think, and you can imagine like Harley as a little girl being really like spunky and stuff, can't you? Like sassy.
Yeah.
But I just don't think I
can
do Harley Hair.
Yeah, but how often do you say your first and your last name?
All the time.
No. In day-to-day life now, you never get called, like I'd never call you Chloe Hair.
Okay, so we just had to do a quick battery change, so...
Battery change.
Yes, we were on about the name Harley anyway.
Yeah, so I'm just saying that even though Harley Hair might be a bit of a tongue twister, you wouldn't say that much. So maybe it doesn't have as much weight as a no.
Okay, I get that, yeah. Okay, so the next one, Winnie.
No. I don't think Winnie.
I don't think that, I just don't think it's us at all.
I think Winnie is too old again.
So yeah, so Lee doesn't like the old names, you like the more modern names, don't you?
Yeah.
Next one we've got for a girl is Elsie. Lee doesn't like it, it's too old.
I'm
just going to zoom us in a little because I feel like we were more zoomed in before.
So yeah, Elsie has a little bit of an older ring with me, but I think it's too close to Elsa, and I think everyone's going to be called Elsa when our kid goes to school.
See, I don't think they will. I think there's going to be loads of dogs named Elsa, but I don't think there's going to be loads of kids.
Do you not reckon?
We've also got an Elsie in your family, so we can't use that. Personally for me, I just don't love it. It's too... So when you say you don't like old names, I don't love all old names, I don't dislike all old names, but what I don't particularly love for us is like twee names, and Elsie seems like a twee name for me.
I do not understand the description of twee.
It's like a little bit too cutesy, a little bit too prim and proper.
In case she's like a badass chick.
Yeah, with like a bit of sass. You can't be sass and called Elsie, can you? Do you know what I mean?
Oh dear.
The next one is from Lee's cousin, and she said that she can't wait for another baby hair, but I won't say your name, and she suggested Valentina.
Valentina?
So I think that's a really cool name, and I said if we ever got another rabbit, it's a really cool name for it to be Valentina. Do you remember me saying that ages ago?
I do actually now.
Yeah.
Valentina, yeah, so I think that's a really sophisticated name. So
that's one that I do agree with when you talk about like Zara and names like that being, like you say, more European. I see Valentina as being quite an exotic baby, and we're definitely not having an exotic baby. Like, baby's definitely going to be fair, aren't they?
Yeah. I think if you go and meet a Valentina as a girl, you already think she's a bit of a bitch.
Oh! Like, oh, Valentina.
I reckon girls would.
Okay, I get that. We've got another Eliza, and then we've got Caden and Jaden. So Jaden we've already got in the family, and Caden I don't like.
Oh, we've got a KD.
We do, but yeah, Caden for a boy, I just don't like that.
Yeah.
It's just a bit too like chavvy for me. Well, I know that's what I said, but that's my personal opinion. So
yeah, I don't think I'd go for either of them. I think when I worked in the police, I'm like, oh, Caden and Jaden's.
Caden's, exactly. So now we've got a really random one of Alpha.
Alpha.
Like the alpha male.
Yeah, that's
what they just get all the time. That's a strong name. You like, can you imagine if you gave your baby the name Alpha and they were like feminine?
That's a live up to a name there, aren't you?
Yeah.
Alpha. I do like Alpha. It's like a nice twist on Alfie.
Yeah, that's why I don't like it. And I feel like with a Yorkshire accent, you'll say Alpha and people will think Alfie. No, Alpha.
Alpha. Yeah, people would want that.
We've got Jimmy.
Jimmy!
And Taylor for boys' names. I don't like Taylor.
I'm not a fan of Jimmy.
Do you like Jimmy? There we go. I just don't see them as our names. Quincy.
Quincy? Oh wow. Old school detective kind of name, isn't it?
Yeah. There's a lot being called Quinn, which is obviously the shortened version of Quincy. Quincy for me is way too prim and proper.
Yeah. We're not there.
No, we've got another Lily. And then we've got Layla. I like Layla.
Layla's nice. It is a little old again though, isn't it? I don't think I'd call my daughter Layla.
And then we've got a girl's name which I actually love, which is Aria.
Aria's nice.
And I really like that, and it's from Pretty Little Liars. And when I first started watching Pretty Little Liars, I was like, oh, I love the name Aria, and you never heard any little girls called it at all. Now, every comment on Facebook from someone with a daughter, like, there's so many Arias about right now, so I couldn't use it now. It's just, yeah, way too popular again.
And that wasn't that taken off the list because of that?
Yeah, exactly. So it was on my list and it got taken off. The same with Isla. That's a name that I'd loved since when I first found out about that was when I watched, I think it's something about Confessions of a Shopaholic or something, the film, and in it was Isla Fisher, and I watched that when I was about 15, found out that she was called Isla. And I was like, oh, I love that name. So that had always been on my list. Thinking it was like a really pretty name, but it's too popular now.
Too popular.
So the next one we have is Brody.
No.
It's not for me.
Nothing Brody.
I'm pretty sure we know of a Brody anyway, so I'd never use that. Next one is Ralph. Ralph, Rocket Ralph.
There was Ralph up there that I won.
Yeah, so I remember your sister liking the name Ralph when she was pregnant with our nephew Jensen. That was the name that I remember that she liked at the time. And some people didn't like it, but I was like, oh no, I think that's like a really cool name. Again, it is more popular now. I just don't think it's for me, Ralph. I like it as a name, but I just don't think it's for me.
I know Ralph.
Would you?
I like Ralph, yeah.
Okay. Okay, well, maybe Ralph will go on the list because it's not one that I dislike
Ralph
completely.
is back on the table.
We've got Emily.
Emily, no.
It's just too normal.
Yeah.
And to go along with that, we've got Millie with a Y.
Millie,
so,
and again, I know that's a popular name.
So yeah.
So it must be popular.
Millie, I actually do enjoy as a name, but I'd spell it with an I at the end. I do think it's a pretty girl's name, and I think you can rock it as like a badass, as a girly girl. It's cute for a baby. You can also go get.
Badass.
You can also go get a serious job with it. It's not like tied down to a specific thing, is it?
I'd say Millie's a bit cutesy.
Really, but you could be like Mills. Mills.
Just because you say it with a shrug, it don't make it a more.
Okay, well, I think it's one that's a bit more open anyway, personally. But yeah, just too popular. Got another Charlie. Tommy.
Tommy. See, I don't know. I'm not a massive fan of calling a kid what seems to be a bit like of a nickname.
A nickname, so Tommy is like a nickname for Thomas, isn't
Yeah.
it? Yeah. And they just get Tom as well, which is just too plain for me. How many Thomases do you know that get Thomas? They get Tom, don't they? So
Yeah.
even if you did Tommy, it'd be Tom. And no, just a bit boring. So we actually got this one twice. Blue.
Blue?
I don't think that's for me.
That's like the Velociraptor off of Jurassic
Yeah.
Park. They're called Blue.
Yeah, a colour. I just don't see it for
I think
me
we've already
personally.
covered this though with our surname being Hare. I don't think we can
Yeah.
have the first name as something, as a noun. I just don't think it works.
No, you don't like that.
Blue-
Do you like a
blue hair.
descriptive? Yeah.
That'd be.
No. So then the next one we've got is Finley.
Finley. You like Finley, don't you? Is Finley the one that you like?
No, Finley's the one that I really don't like.
There's 50-50 on it.
I didn't want to say anything because I wanted to know your honest opinion on it before I really said that. But
I quite like Finley. It'd be cool to shorten it down to Finn.
and
have a little.
I really don't like
Finn.
that. I was just about to say, so I've had a few suggestions of Finley, Finn and Flynn. And I don't know why, I just, you know, when you have a really strong feeling about names, I just really don't like them.
I like that one.
I couldn't tell you what it is about them, but I'm just like, no, that is not for me. Which is bizarre, but yes. Gabriel.
No.
No, Angel
religious.
Gabriel.
Yeah.
Hazel. So I know that's a name.
Hazel goes on the double H and it's a colour before hair.
Yeah, Hazel is like one that's becoming way more popular in America, but I just personally, I just don't like it. It's just not my type of name.
I think Hazel hair sounds ridiculous.
It does, doesn't it? We've got Jonah.
Jonah, again, that's a religious one, isn't it? But
Lee doesn't like all names or religious names, is what we're taking from this.
no, it is a bit. I don't know. I don't see it as religious as Gabriel, but Jonah, I don't.
Just not for you.
I don't think it is.
It's not for you.
No.
Caesar. Julius
Oh,
Caesar.
man, that's up there with Alpha, is that, isn't it?
Yeah, you got to have a
Caesar
strong
is powerful,
personality.
out there.
Caesar for me is 2 Caesar salad, and
Chloe, we can't call our child Caesar.
that's what I mean. It's Caesar
He
salad.
was talking as if he was giving a serious no negatives to that name. Like, we cannot have our child.
And
called
we're not
Caesar
Italian.
Hare. Do you imagine? Little baby Caesar.
We've got another Charlie. Jessica, or Jessie for a girl.
Jessie is nice. Even though I said I didn't want to Tommy because it was short of Thomas, but
For a girl.
yeah, Jessie's.
You like Jessie for a girl?
Yeah.
Do you? I don't like Jessica, that's too boring. And I don't like Jessie for a girl. However, I love Jessie for a boy.
I could be on board with that.
I think
like
it's...
Breaking Bad.
Yeah, Jessie out of Breaking Bad. Like I think that's when I first heard the name, or it first used in like public as a boy's name, and I was like, ooh, I like that. I just think it's a cool name.
I like that.
So I like it as a boy's name. And then to go along with that, we've got Buzz and Woody. These are from Evie. And so even though these were like joke names, I actually really like these. So I love Buzz as a name for a boy. That is just such a cool name, I think.
This is when we considered changing Oz's name. We considered changing Oz to Buzz and naming our child Oz.
Yeah, because Ozzy was either going to be Ozzy or Buzz. And I think since then, I've always just really liked the name Buzz.
Buzz is a cool name. That is.
And then Woody.
Woody's a no.
I think that's a really cool name. When I worked at the spa, there was a girl who was having a boy and she ended up calling him Teddy, but the alternative was Woody, and I thought that's cool.
No, I feel like when he gets older, having a name of Woody is just, if it's a boy, there's just too many innuendos in there. Like...
So we're getting down the list now. So we've got Annabelle.
No, I'm not a fan for my daughter.
One of my clients' daughters called Annabelle, so I can't do that. And it's got Belle in it, and we've got a Belle already, so I just think Belle names are a no-go.
Yeah, I think that's kind of it, because I'm not a fan of Anna.
No.
I'm not a fan of...
We won't call her Belle.
Yeah.
So it'd be Nibble. Yeah, she won't have a nickname. And then Amelia.
Amelia. Again, that's just a name that I've heard a lot.
Yeah.
Well, being alive.
I think it's a really pretty girl's name, and I actually, when I went to college at 16, I met a girl called Amelia, and that was the first time I'd ever heard that name, and I was like, oh, that's such a pretty name, and I really liked it then, but since then I've just heard it a lot.
Yeah, that's same here.
We've got Wyatt.
So you like Wyatt, don't you? That is one that you like.
No, your sister likes Wyatt.
Wyatt, I think we've said no anyway, because you're a hard no on that.
No, I'm not a hard no. The reason why I'm a hard no is because that's like Lisa's favourite name.
Yeah. And
she's not got a child called that, so we can't then go and steal it and be like, now we've got a child called the name you really want to call your child. Like, that don't work. And then Dalton.
Dalton, no.
It's too...
That's too prim and proper again.
Really? I'm going to say it's too American. Even though I like American names, like Dalton for me is too American.
Dalton sounds like it comes from a manor.
An American manor. We've got Hunter.
Yeah, I think we spoke about that one before.
I really like Hunter. My mum and dad's, well, my family said no to Hunter because it was... There's literally like no one outside.
No.
Yeah, so my family liked the name Hunter as a potential for their dog Eddie before they got him, but didn't go with it. So they were like, you can't call like it Hunter, it was almost the dog's name. And then your family's put like, it's your sister that suggested Hunter, but then in brackets she's put but Hunter hair, and it's that same sound, isn't it? So I do really like Hunter as a name. I think it is a really cool name. Yeah, I don't think it flows Hunter hair.
Hunter and then name an animal.
I'd not even thought of that, but yeah.
But then I think we spoke about this before, and it might potentially get shortened down to Hunt. Which Hunt.
If you just shout Hunt, it's really bad. So
it's quite aggressive, isn't it?
Yeah. That's why they didn't call their dog it. And then we've got another Charlie. Like everyone's like desperate for us to call this baby Charlie. It's not being called Charlie. We've got a Cooper. I've actually seen this a few times, and okay, I'm going to let you have your opinion first.
See, that's traditionally a surname, isn't it?
Yeah.
I can think of like 2 or 3.
Sheldon Cooper from Big Bang Theory.
And I used to know an Ed Cooper. Cooper as a first name, I think that could work.
I'm not 100% sure because I see it as a dog's name. There's a girl on Instagram and she that I followed for ages, and her dog's called Cooper. And I keep seeing Cooper come up, and I think it is a cool name, but I just can't get over that. It's a surname for one, and it's a bit too much of a dog's name because I relate it back to that dog.
What?
And then for girls we've got Clara.
Clara, I'm not a fan of.
Don't you? So I actually really like Clara.
No.
I think that was even on my list that I showed you, Clara.
Alright.
Yeah, from the Nutcracker.
Yeah, I don't think I'm a fan of Clara.
Why is that?
I don't know, I don't like how it
Don't
sounds.
like it. Okay.
I don't like Lara. Like
Lara.
Clara.
Okay.
Clara. Don't like that sound.
For a girl, we've got Piper.
Piper's cool.
I actually really like that as a name. It was one that I saw a while ago, and then we watched Cheaper by the Dozen the other night. And you know the credits, the oldest daughter, she's called Piper. And I was like, Piper's a really cool name for a girl, isn't it? Like, but again, you got to be like a little bit sassy to pull off Piper.
Mm. No, I think that's one that could work both ways.
Okay, like a little cute girl Piper.
Yeah, I think it could be Piper there, or you could be Piper if you're a bit more edgy.
And so, but although saying that, I do really enjoy it as a name. I just don't personally see it for my daughter, even though it's one of those names that would go on my shortlist, but I don't see myself with a Piper.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
But then again, you never know, do you? Because people always say this, where they get to the end and they've got one or two names, and then all of a sudden it's like, no, you need neither of them.
Yeah, so I do like that. Yeah, like, oh, Emma. It's not going to be Emma either. And then, is this the last one? It's the last name. It's a girl's name. Phoebe. We spoke about Phoebe recently.
Phoebe, I don't think I was going to call Phoebe.
You don't like it, do you?
No.
I like it. I really like it. I just think it's a cool name. But again, it's become really popular again recently, so that's why I wouldn't use it, and obviously Lee don't like it.
I think Phoebe's a bit of feline.
Feline?
Yeah, a bit of a cat's name.
Cat's name?
Phoebe, yeah.
Okay.
I must have known a cat was called Phoebe. Cause,
Phoebe the cat, like that's the coolest cat name, isn't it?
Like you, Cooper and your dog.
Okay, yeah.
That's where I got it from. I must have known a Phoebe at some point. There's a cat.
In your previous cat life.
Yeah, maybe an old cat friend.
Oh, but anyway, I think that is most of the names. I've missed a couple out because I feel like we've had a lot and I don't want it to be like 60 minutes long video. But yeah, that was really interesting. Would you say that going through that list, going through those names, we would put any on our list?
And to be honest, I have to recheck our list to see what's on our list.
Let's have a look at the list and see if we'd add any to it.
I think we just have to go and watch the video back through again and find out.
That's a good idea,
and see what names we liked and what we didn't, and then what we would add on. So we got haha, future Chloe.
Well, no one said any names on our girls list.
Oh yeah, is that a good thing?
Don't know.
So that means people did say names off our boys list.
Ooh. The girls list is longer than the boys list. I think girls names are way easier, but yeah. Potentially we'll revisit this video ourselves, and always keep sending you suggestions into Instagram because I love finding out different baby names, and I am definitely one of those people, and I think you are as well, that we're not going to pick a certain name until the baby's born and then we'll look through the list and be like, maybe this one.
I choose my restaurant options as they are taking my order, so that's how the child's going to get picked.
Yeah, like when they come out and you're like, it's a boy or it's a girl, then you can be like, okay, like,
yeah, that's so
which one of these suits it and which one goes with the middle name and stuff. I literally feel like that's how we'll do it.
I think that's more fun. We're getting a surprise gender, we can get a surprise name,
and
why not?
I just feel like having a short list means we're going to have potentially 5 names for each that we really, really love. And we're just going to look at them and be like, it's a so-and-so. That's how I feel I'm going to be. And if I'm not and they don't have a name for like a week, at least we've got like a good few names to look through.
I love how you reckon that's so casual. If they don't have a name for a week, you would not have a nameless baby for a week.
No, that was an
every morning we go like, oh my god,
that was an exaggeration. What I meant was, if I didn't get
Imagine your mum.
If I didn't get that overwhelming sensation of this is their name, we would have quite a few to go through and be like, what about this one? No, what about this one? Yeah, this is such and such. So always send your suggestions in to us. We're very open. Lee doesn't like old names or Bible names, and I don't like twee names.
Twee.
Think edgy, modern. Yeah.
That's it.
Not popular. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this video. Please give it a big thumbs up if you've enjoyed it, and we'll see you all in the next one. Bye.
Bye.